Hello, everyone, and welcome to Problem Solve Her, an innovative, fun, creative podcast for women and men of all ages, races, and creeds. I am your co-host, Chloe, along with my girl,
Dagmar.
Dagmar's in the house.
We would like to take this moment to thank our sponsors. Bronzaia is a mobile spray tanner, which can be done in the comfort of your own home. Founded by Gina, an experienced beauty professional with a cosmetology license of over 9 years. Bronzaia was birthed by name and cross-pollinated from Bronzaia, meaning goddess in Italian. Gina really missed giving women that inner confidence and glow one spray at a time. So, are you ready to unlock your inner Bronzaia and allow Gina to make you feel fabulous before meeting a family affair, maybe a night out with your significant others, or maybe it's ladies' night? So please go to Bronzaia Spray Tans at Instagram and use promo code ProblemSolvHer, no E on solve, for the month of September.
So here we are. And I'm laughing already because this subject is something I know very well and have too much experience in. And Dagmar has some as well. So I'm going to let her take over.
Our topic today is dating over 40. It's a topic for women and men. What's included in dating over 40 is, for sure, there's a smaller dating pool available, right? So many are married. Many are perhaps have their children, perhaps already grandchildren, and they are busy with their lives. So there are not so many people out there interested in a new relationship. And the other thing is more commitment, right? So when you're dating in your life over 40, then it's not just you and the person you date. It's perhaps the family, perhaps it's a mixed family, perhaps it's the parents who are already aging. So it's not just you and one other person. Perhaps there could be 10 or 15. And especially I know Chloe is very family focused, so it would be her whole family you're dating. And then the baggage you carry. We have baggage anyway from our childhood and how we grew up. But so the relationships we went before, our attachment styles come much more through. And if we didn't work on them, so every relationship brings more baggage. And then the last point, safety and security. Nowadays, we want to be conscious about whom we are letting come into our life and also protect our children, our finances.
Woo! Okay, that's a lot to unpack. I agree with some of what you said, but not all of it. So let's go section by section. Dating in your 40s is very different than dating in your 20s and your 30s. Your teens, I don't even really count because you don't know anything. You guys hold hands, you go to like a football game and whatever. You thought, oh my God, I'm 11, 17, I'm gonna marry this guy. Dating over 40 has its pluses and minuses, like everything. So some of what you said is, yeah, the pool might be smaller, but there's this whole theory going around now that the pool's going to get bigger because the people that got married in their late 20s and have totally changed and evolved, by the time they're 40, 42, 45, they're getting divorced. So those guys are now going to be, coming available. So we're not sitting here wishing for, these men to get rid of their wives, but there will be, I think, a bigger pool available because just do the math, right? If people are getting divorced, you also have guys that are, and I know plenty of them, that are kind of just the playboys and they can get whatever girl they want and they're just enjoying their life and they don't even want to settle down until they're in their 40s. And I truly believe, and some men might not like me for this, but that's okay because these are our opinions and we all have them. I don't think a man is really, really ready and knows what he wants out of his life as a whole, period, until he's like 38, 40. I really honestly, truly believe that. The flip side to that is I tend to date guys that are younger than me. They find me, I don't find them. So I should probably pick up my own theory. And I think that we make smarter choices when we get older. So for instance, in my 20s, It was like, okay, this guy is, oh my God, he's so cool. He's really funny. He's tall. He's good looking. He was like the star athlete in high school. Let's give it a whirl and see. Maybe it'll go somewhere. He does not have a good relationship with his parents. He only works part-time. I mean, when you hit 40, those things are red flags out the door. It's not even a question. And maybe a woman that's, thinking of dating a new guy in her 40s, he's divorced and he has like 4 kids and he has like a huge Italian or huge Jewish family. And like you said, you have like 15 people. I like that though. I like the idea of big families. I am close with mine. Mine's not massive, but I'm okay with that if there's a lot of other people that come along with it. And the baggage, we all have the baggage. It literally comes down to how much baggage is right for you.
I think it also comes down how much baggage did you already work on, that it's not his baggage and your baggage, and you both trigger each other all the time. And also, how much is he willing to work on his baggage or already worked on his baggage?
Absolutely. I think that, and I've always really tried to do this, even when I was younger. You can't, this is a huge point, women and men, please. You cannot go from one relationship to the other. I repeat, do not be a relationship hopper. I just came out with that. I love it. Relationship hopper. Because if you don't get to work on yourself and the things that went wrong or that didn't work, shall I say, in the last relationship, and you just jump right into the new one, it ain't gonna work. It's like these people that are in a marriage and they're not happy. And then they and this is a thing that's happening now because it's so expensive to just live. People are living in the same houses as their spouse before they get divorced. And they're both just like out there dating and they make an agreement. Okay, but you're still living in the same house together. You're still taking care of the children together. So you're not fully done with that relationship. Whether or not you think you're over each other, how can you jump into something else when you're still in the same house with the same guy? You're still doing his laundry and picking up the towels after him. So I think that we have to be really clear and precise of what we want and to make sure that we're clear consciously of any other past relationship and that we really give ourselves time. It's like mourning. Like you have to give yourself time to mourn. I dated someone for 5 years, someone who was a really, really good guy. And I was the one that broke up with him. And it wasn't even that I was necessarily still in love with him. It was that we spent so much time together and we did so much together that I just missed like having him around. And it took me a long time to realize that he wasn't going to be in my life anymore. And again, it's not even that I wanted to be with him still. It was just the idea of him not there. And I really worked through that and didn't date anyone for probably at least 6 months, even just to go out on a date until I really like thought it through and knew what I thought I wanted. But, we never really truly know until the right one happens to show up.
Another point is what you said, jump into another relationship. Don't become a relationship hopper. Take a break and identify what you really want. Sometimes we choose the opposite, what we had before, with the belief that this will then work, but we didn't change. So
we have to work on ourselves.
Bring our hurts and our triggers and our challenges in this new relationship. What looks perfect at the beginning, if it doesn't have long-term substance, right, then it's just another relationship. You are the same person as before in the other relationship.
Absolutely. I think that also what people do is, and I've been there, we've all been there, especially if you've had a lot of long-term relationships or like you've been married and divorced, is that we get lost in the other person sometimes and we don't take care of ourselves, especially women, because we're nurturing. It's just our natural instinct. And so we start caring for this other person and we start putting all their needs first. So my ex, we would get ready to go on vacation. I would pack up all his stuff, get his bag ready to go. And now it's the umpteenth hour and now I'm stressed out because I haven't packed myself yet. So it's a small example, but we have to also take care of us, because the best version of us, we can't give to someone else if we're constantly in the zone of taking care of someone else, putting all their needs first and being a people pleaser in that sense. Because that in a relationship, a personal relationship I'm talking about with a partner. We all can become a people pleaser, especially in the beginning, because we want to show this person I'm selfless. I'll give you whatever you want. But then if you get into a pattern, like my mom says, you have to train your man in the very beginning, because if you don't, down the line, 40 years later, you're still catering to them, making their cocktails, cleaning up after them, clearing their dishes, doing all their stuff. And it's like, well, you started the pattern from the beginning. Why stop now?
We would like to take this moment and break in the episode to thank our sponsors. Robin Lord Law is New Jersey's premier criminal defense attorney for over 2 decades. Robin believes in justice for all and an aggressive legal approach in the courtroom, defending her clients with facts and passion. With an extremely high success rate, Robin has caught a lot of attention in the media with her bold approach in the courtroom and fabulous style. For more information, please contact Robin directly at robinlordlaw.com.
Yeah, about a question. What are your tips for success in dating over 40? That you can not only date, but successfully date and find the partner that works for you?
Well, because of what's happening with the internet and all the social media and the dating sites and the apps, men more than women, but women as well, there's so many choices. And I think that people get very confused. They'll start a conversation with someone and they think it's going well. And then they start talking to someone else. And all of a sudden you're in conversations with 4 or 5 people. How can you dedicate time and find out if someone's really right for you if you're speaking to multiple people at the same time? Okay, 1 or 2 just to decide and then make a decision. But when there's too many, your mind is not clear enough to make decisions, because it's almost like you're pulling things from all these different conversations that you like and melding them into one, but you're not focusing on just the one person that has maybe the majority of the things that you want. And remember, we're never going to get 100%, okay? So when you make your list, because this is one of my problems, you have to start knocking things off the list, because no one is going to have 100% of what you're looking for. There's always going to be things that bother you. As long as the core are there and you have a foundation where there's trust, compatibility, and you really understand each other, and you have to have similar likes. A lot of people get together and they don't have the same interests. They don't play the same sports. They don't like the same music. They have, different ideas on politics and religion. I mean, how is that going to be sustainable in the long run? If you're relying on, chemistry and sexual, ideas of what a relationship look like, again, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, for me, it would be important having the same or similar ethics, beliefs, views, and the life plan, right? How do you envision your life? Do you like traveling? Are you a homestay type of guy or girl, right? Do you like cooking at home, gardening? Do you like going out partying? Do you like volunteering? So more, if you have the foundation, if you have different interests, one likes basketball and the other one like football, then you just do both. But if you have different ethics or different values or a totally different life plan, long term, after the dating phase is over, after the honeymoon is over, and perhaps you're living together or you are married together, so then if one wants to go another direction as you're going, that is tough.
Absolutely. And it goes back to what I was saying, that you have to have similar interests, but even the foundation has to be there. You have to be, like you said, you have the ethics, and you have to have someone who has mutual respect, because that's the main thing, and trust. And for me, funny, I need someone with a great sense of humor. I can't do stiff. But even something as small as if you like different sports or different music over time, right? Let's say I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for you in the car and I have some music on and I have on my old school hip hop, because I grew up in New York in the 90s and that's what we listened to. And you get in the car and you're like, turn this rubbish off. I hate this. That is going to set me off. If I'm watching a tennis match and you come in and you don't even ask me, you go, football's on, and change the channel. No. So those smaller things are really the bigger picture, because you don't really have that much in common to begin with. And, to answer your question, for a long-term relationship to be sustainable, and to really be able to thrive, you have to like each other. You have to have each other's back. That's really important. You need someone who's always in your corner. The values have to be the values and the ethics off the jump. If those two things aren't there, ladies, don't go on another date with him. I get it. He's tall. He's good looking. He's got a great full head of hair. Beep, bop, bop. You like his sports car, whatever it is. If those things don't align in the beginning, it's not going anywhere. Maybe you'll hang out with him for a couple years, but it just won't go anywhere. And then you have to decide because women are having plenty of kids over 40. Let's say you meet a guy who's divorced and he's telling you, okay, I would get married again, but I don't want any more kids. And you say, well, I've had everything checked and I've been to the doctors and I can still have kids. And he says no. And then you say, he's just saying that now, but like in a year or two, we'll have a, if he's telling you he's not, he's most likely not. So listen to what men are telling you and don't in your mind change the script to what you want it to be.
Yeah. But absolutely. What's about being patient and persistent, not giving up because you expect like the big fireworks when you date somebody first, like falling in love for?
It's
Right?
lust. I don't call it love in the beginning. That's lust.
Okay. What about that? What do you think about the importance of being patient, persistent?
Well, being patient and being persistent are complete opposites, right? So in the beginning, I think we should all have patience in the beginning of a relationship. Don't allow yourself to get annoyed so easily, right? Identify what that is. If it brings you back to something from your childhood, if it's your own baggage, but be patient in the beginning and don't create things that are not there to self-sabotage a relationship. And then the persistent side is if you really believe in it and you feel it's going to go somewhere, then you can be persistent in spending time with that person, showing up, letting them know you really like them, and really see where it wants to go.
That makes sense.
Relationships are not easy. There's so many personal relationships with a significant other is the hardest of all relationships. Beyond family and business and friends, because there is an emotional attachment and a physical side to the relationship and the chemistry. You could be in the biggest argument with your significant other, but you could be looking at them at the same time going, God, he is so hot. I just want to kiss him right now. I just want to make out and hug this guy and have this conversation over. If I'm in a argument, something heated with a family member or a friend, I'm like, just leave. I'll talk to you at another time. I'm leaving this conversation. I don't want to be a part of it. See you later. Bye. So there's a different type of attachment there. Love is the strongest thing of all. You know, John Lennon said it best. Love is all you need. And it's not that simple because true love, long lasting, in your gut, deep down in the body, love that like if the person literally just goes like this or you're like, woo! And it's years and years later and you still get the butterflies when you kiss. That's very hard to find. And some people find it very early on in life and they never find it again. And they just settle and say, all right, well, this guy's nice and he's sweet and he's fun. And he's, you know, has a great family and everyone's loving. So I'm going to go with it.
Totally agree that love is something, or relationships in general is something you want to work on ongoing and not just expect at the beginning that everything is perfect.
It's perfect, whether it's the beginning or the end or in between.
Yeah. What is the one message you would share with other women from your experience about dating over 40? What really sticks out for you?
What sticks out for me the most is, and I touched on this in previous episodes, women, show who you are right up front. Just be you, your authentic, natural, organic self. Okay. If it's not conducive, don't play around. You have to just be who you are in the beginning. And if you show a guy that, and he is independent and he's strong and he's not intimidated by you and he's not threatened in any way, he's going to say, I want her. Because if we kind of come off as like charlatans and we're pretending to be something else, or, you know, we're, you know, eating a salad every time we go out, and now you're a few months and you feel uncomfortable and you're ordering cheeseburgers and fries and beers, and he's like, I thought you barely drank and you only ate lettuce, you know? It's like, well, what else is kind of different, you know? Just be your authentic self. And if it's not for you, then he's not right anyway. And if he says your personality is too big, or you're too quiet for me, or I don't feel that we're aligned in these certain areas, cool, bye, next. Ariana Grande, thank you, next.
Never heard that before. That's cool.
You don't know that song, Ariana Grande? Thank you,
It's funny.
next. Thank you, next. That means it was nice knowing you, and politely, next.
That's funny. Okay, we're at the end of this episode.
That's
Dating over 40.
the real
Really-
thing, people.
Really appreciate what you shared from experience, not from reading books.
This is everything I'm telling you is I want to say how long I've been dating and age myself. More than a couple decades, people. It's all experience. For the younger women, I want to say that you guys were very impatient and you have to go a little bit slower. And for women over 40, like myself, they're in their 40s, ladies, don't be lazy with it. I think a lot of women over 40 are like, oh, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. It's okay. Wash your hair, put on a little makeup, get a spray tan from Bronzaia, our new sponsor, which will be on the next episode, and just feel good about yourself and just go out there and be you. That's all you can do.
And if you don't get the results in dating what you want, reach out to Chloe and let Chloe help her to get the results you're looking for.
And if you also want to monetize your passion and find your true self, Dagmar is the coach for you. We both bring so much to the table, and we have coaching offerings on our website, ProblemSolvHer.com, no E on solve. And Dagmar, where can people find us?
Shopify, Apple Podcast, YouTube, and our website, ProblemSolvHer.com.
Wow. They have a lot of ways to get in touch with us. And you are, ladies, and we appreciate you for that. And men, we actually are happy to say that our analytics for last month, we have a decent amount of men that are listening and tuning in, and we thank you for that.
Yeah, 25%. 75% women, 25% men.
25 is high for men. I would think it was a lot lower. And that's why we are going to do our spinoff soon, Problem Solve Him, with my amazing, incredible brother, Dylan. And that's all we're going to say about it for now. But we have some great interviews coming up this week, some incredible young entrepreneurial women. And we love you. We see you. We hear you.
Thank you. Bye.
Ciao for now.
Just a quick note before we end. This conversation is for inspiration and empowerment only. It's not medical, mental health, or legal advice. We are not doctors, therapists, or lawyers. Just women sharing real stories and personal truth. Always seek professional guidance for your unique situation.